866-582-9933, that's the number to call to talk to me live. If you're listening to the podcast, want info, want to become a Dr. Glidden Insider, want to join the health revolution, the wealth revolution, as witnessed by Longevity, as heralded by Longevity, as trumpeted and forwarded by Longevity. 855-347-3696, 855-347-3696. Next up is Nadru from California. Nadru from California. I hope I got that name right, with a question about blood pressure. Thanks for calling. You are live.
Thank you, Dr. Glenn. It's Nadru. I'm the tall black woman. I'm Nadru in California.
Yeah, I remember you. How are you? What's going on, girl?
Good. I'm just trying to, give people the message. I talk to so many people, but I have a friend of mine that saw you last September of 2012, and she's got a couple of issues. She's taking 1, 2, 3, 4 blood pressure medicines, Larcetin, 100 milligrams, Antanolol, 50 milligrams, Chlorothalid, 50 milligrams, amlodipine, 10 milligrams, and aspirin. Her cholesterol is 230. Her joints are painful every day. Her right side, underneath her right rib cage, feels like the intestines are twisting. She's had an ultrasound, 2 MRIs, CT scan, colonoscopy, and the doctor says there's nothing wrong, but she says it still hurts.
Yeah, this is the best. This is the best.
Torn meniscus, both knees.
Yeah.
And she's been going to the gym, walking and going to the gym for 5 times a week, paying attention to what she eats. She has a good food, bad food list, but she knows that there's something out there that we can help her, and she wants to get help.
Well, she's a train wreck, right? And this is... So first of all, let's not overlook the obvious. And she had all of this diagnostic stuff done, very expensive, by the way. Diagnostic discovery done, all these scans and blood works and ultrasounds and everything, and they came up empty-handed. That means they suck at what they do. That means they're bad diagnosticians. They couldn't find anything. They're bad diagnosticians. So what do? They tell her to go home. It's probably in your head. We couldn't find anything, and they wash their hands of it, and they blame them. They blame the patient instead of taking responsibility for it themselves. I mean, if Lewis and Clark, you imagine a discoverer, right, and they get lost all the time. They're out to discover the new passage to the east, and they get lost 100 times. And then they go back to the Queen of England who, sponsored it all. Oh, we get lost all the time. Would she give her more money? No. The MDs screw it up all the time, and we give them a pass. And also, she's on 4 different blood pressure medications. What the heck is up with that? That means they don't know what they're doing. They're shooting in the dark. They're they're figuratively shooting in the dark. Let's try this. Let's try this. Let's add this. Oh, it's not working. Let's just add another. And next month, guess what? It's going to be another med. And we still think that these people are awesome because we still give them our money every month in the form of insurance premiums. You got to be kidding me. 4 different blood pressure medications and her blood pressure is still not under control? I mean, what the heck is going on here? I'll tell you what's going on here. It's 100 years of socialization. It's no different than the blacks in this country, being okay or not rising up against the slave masters. And again, I'm not criticizing a race. I'm not criticizing culture. I wasn't there. I don't know what it was like. No idea. But, we become enculturated to do certain things that are just nuts. It's just nuts. The American Indians just kept signing treaties, even though we broke them and broke them and broke them. It's nuts. Going back to the MD when a situation like this is nuts. The most common cause of high blood pressure, there could be 2 things that cause high blood pressure that we come up against. Number 1 is simple calcium deficiency. Number 2, it's a problem with the kidney. So because this woman's in the weeds, The recommendation here is no messing around because she's got a lot of stuff going on and she's getting worse and worse and worse. Now the ligaments and tendons are starting to go, right? I mean, what's next? God only knows what's next. So the recommendation here would be, I got to think this through. The recommendation would be 1 anti-aging healthy start pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month, 1 bottle of selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month. That's 1 anti-aging healthy start pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month, 1 selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month, 1 extra bottle of Beyond Osteo FX per month, 1 extra bottle of Beyond Osteo FX a month, 1 bottle of Ultimate Daily Capsules per month, and the liquid glucogel. I'd like to give her the liquid glucogel. 1 bottle, and then the Glucogel Plus. It's the newest one. Liquid Glucogel Plus. 1 bottle of the Liquid Glucogel Plus per 50 pounds of body weight per month. So in an optimal, perfect world, that's what she would do, and she'd do that for 3 months and eliminate the 10 bad foods and move down the road here. But she has to be advised. She's on 4 blood pressure meds. So as we go down the road, when the program kicks in, and her blood pressure starts to become healthy, then the meds that she's on is going to force the blood pressure to be too low. So she needs to either be measuring her blood pressures every day, or she needs to be advised as to what the signs and symptoms of too low blood pressure are. Because if your blood pressure is too low and you're not careful, you can pass out. I mean, you get up from a chair and pass out and fall down, smack your head on the table or whatever. It's dangerous. So she needs to be aware that this program has a very high aspect ratio of supporting and promoting a healthy circulatory system. We expect the blood pressure to get better. We expect it. And we plan for it. So she needs to measure her blood pressure every day or be advised as to what the symptoms of low blood pressure are. And as the numbers start to come down, she's got to go back to the knuckleheads who gave her all those meds and have them withdraw the meds appropriately, or go to a pharmacist. If she doesn't want to go back to the MD, I would recommend she doesn't go back to these people at all, because they've done nothing for her. And most probably the GI distress is a function of, decades of all the wrong foods, and those chickens have come home to roost now. Right, and the tissue destruction in the gut has gotten to be so big that now she's getting symptoms from it. So I'm assuming that cleaning up her diet, eliminating the 10 bad foods, is going to go a long way towards reducing the dietary stress and the symptoms thereof. And the nutrients should fix this from the inside out. But it's going to take a while. She should be into this for at least 6 months. And, having said that, we expect the program to produce noticeable results every month. Every month we expect something to be better somewhere, and that's the hallmark of a successful program. But be advised, Nadru, that if she does not clean up her diet, this will not work. And I guess that's all I have to say about that. That's pretty straightforward and makes sense, right?
Right, it does.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much.
All right, Nadru, you're the greatest. Keep up the good work down there. Remember, it's up to you. You are the last best hope your friends, family, church members, community members have to live a long, healthy, and wealthy life, and this is what it's come to. You have to go to lay people who have aligned themselves with Dr. Wallach's message delivered through longevity for health care. Not disease management, health care. That's just what we're up against in this country right now. Going up to Yvette in New York now. I think there's a question about multiple sclerosis. Hey, Yvette, thanks for the phone call. You are live.
Hello.
Hello. What part of New York, by the way?
Irvington in Westchester County.
All right. Very, very nice. Are you having a nice little September day there so far?
Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah, I love New England and that part, that neck of the woods, the northeast corner of this country in September, October. It's a special time of the year up there.
Yes, it is.
So thanks for the phone call, Yvette. How can I help?
Well, I have multiple sclerosis. I was diagnosed in 2003, and now I've been feeling better because I've been taking the longevity supplements.
All right. Excellent.
I used to have pain 24 hours a day. Now I don't have the pain, but I had to go to a chiropractor to make sure that I didn't have any subluxation on the spine. And I have a physical therapist who told me that the miting sheets are never going to be repaired, and I should give up the idea of ever walking again. So I want to prove her wrong, because I believe that I will be walking again when I continue to take the longevity products.
Well, I'm 100% behind you. I've seen it happen. I have seen people with multiple sclerosis in wheelchairs get up and walk. I've seen it with my own eyes, so I know that it can happen. And look, we need to keep it all in perspective. You need the 90 essential nutrients anyway. You need to eliminate the 10 bad foods anyway. You need to eat a diet that's high in cholesterol anyway. These things are all good for your health. Doing the extracurricular stuff that you're doing to support and promote the structure and function of your central nervous system is just extra special sauce, and there's no harm and no foul there, right? So, look, the proof of the pudding is in the eating. Before you had constant pain, now you don't have any pain. I mean, that's a good step forward. So, when we're doing the right stuff with medical nutrition, what we see every month is something's improved. Something's improved. So it might be beneficial for you, Yvette, at this point in time. Maybe you've already done this. I don't know, because you seem like a very compliant person. Make a bulleted list of the things that are bothering you now about your life, right? Pins and needles, aches and pains, sleep, digestion, whatever. And once a week, check in and give that symptom a score. And that way you'll be able to have a visual aid to keep you positive moving forward, baby. Just stay the course. Stay the course, Yvette. Call me back every month with a report. You're the greatest. Keep up the good work. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. Dr. Peter Glidden here, your steadfast advocate for health. We're clipping along one patient at a time, healing the world one person at a time. And this is a great thing. This is why we get up in the morning. This is why we do what we do, because we get results. And nothing speaks louder than results. Let's go to Alberta and talk to Chantel or Chantley, maybe. I can't really pronounce the name there, blood clots. Hey, Alberta, you are live. All right, tell me how you pronounce your name, please.
Just like Mansell.
Oh, Chantel. All right, thanks for coming on. What's going on? What part of Canada are you calling from?
Edmonton, Alberta, precisely.
Yeah, very nice. All right, go Oilers.
Yay. Okay, I have a question about unprovoked blood clots.
Yeah.
If they don't know what provoked it, how in fact can they prevent it or cure it?
They can't. As of now, yeah, it makes you the smartest girl in class. I mean, that wasn't hard to figure out, was it?
No.
Exactly. Right. See, this is the dead end of medical theology. This is the dead end of, the people long ago who believed that the earth was flat, eventually it was a dead end for them, because guess what? That's not correct. It was a bad theology. It was a bad perspective. It was just incorrect. 2 + 2 does not equal 5. It equals 4 in a base 10 system. So, they get stuff like this wrong all of the time. But for goodness sake, even the stuff that they do definitively diagnose, they don't know what causes. They don't know what causes heartburn. They're clueless. They have no idea what causes heartburn. They don't know what causes arthritis. They don't know what causes high blood pressure. They don't know what causes fibromyalgia. They don't know what causes asthma. They don't know what causes a darn thing, which is why their treatments are not curative across the board. The only thing that they know what causes things are acute illnesses like, pneumonia. Well, if it's bacterial pneumonia, we know what type of bacteria it was. If it's a bladder infection, we can tell you what bacteria it was. If it's influenza, I can tell you the strain of the virus, but that's it. If it's not an acute disease, they're clueless, 100%, which is one more reason to be very afraid of them and to get the heck away from them as fast as you freaking can. If you're not suffering with an acute traumatic illness, the next time you see a person with a white coat and stethoscope, run as fast as you can the other way, and bring everybody that you can drag with you. and I'm serious as a freaking heart attack. You know, what we do when we come up against, you know, anything anywhere in the body is we fall back on the fundamental naturopathic position that the human body knows how to fix itself, the human body wants to fix itself, the human body has a built-in self-regulatory mechanism that is attempting to adjust and compensate and reach homeostasis all of the flippin' time. So we provide nutrition that supports and promotes different parts of the body in addition to supporting the whole schmear. And we advise you stop eating food that's going up the works. It's that simple. You wouldn't put diesel fuel into an unleaded engine. You wouldn't do that. So there's certain foods you need to stop putting into your body. There's 10 of them, by the way. So I'd encourage you to please visit my website, fireyourmdnow.com. Click on my newsletter. Sign up for my free monthly newsletter. And when you do that, you're directed to a page where you get to download a document for free called Good Food, Bad Food. Good Food, Bad Food. Download it for free. Print it up, put it on the fridge, and stop eating 10. There are only 10 bad foods. There's 10 foods you need to stop eating. I don't even want you to look at these foods, Chantal. I just stop eating them. Number one. Number two, you have to give your body the nutrition that it needs to have healthy blood. And in this case, it's simple. What's your current body weight in pounds? Do you know?
I also have emphysema, I also have asthma, I also have scoliosis, and I also have epilepsy.
Yeah, okay. So what's your current body weight?
I have no idea. It always fluctuates. I have a hard time eating food. I have a hard time looking at food. I don't sleep very well. I rarely ever eat.
All right, so here's the first thing that I want you to do. When you do eat, don't eat those 10 foods. Just don't eat them. Do you like eggs? Are you okay with eggs?
Yeah.
All right, then eat eggs and butter and salt every day. Have 12 eggs a day if you can. I don't care. Eggs and butter and salt. Plus, get in touch with the person who told you about this radio show. You need one healthy start pack. One healthy start pack and one bottle of selenium a month. One healthy start pack and one bottle of selenium a month. Do that for 4 weeks plus the diet. Call me back. Tell me what's happening, and I'll work it out with you. You're going to love how you feel. One healthy start pack and one bottle of selenium a month. Eliminate the 10 bad foods and go crazy for eggs and salt. Call me back, and we'll talk. Ladies and gentlemen, when we come back, I'm going to dial in why the longevity plant-derived minerals are so awesome. Stick around. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Dr. Peter Glidden here with you, September 4th, 2013. September 4th, 2013. Before I launch into my diatribe on the plant minerals, we're going to take one more caller, Leo from Oregon, calling with a question about Paget's disease. I love talking about this illness. Hey, Leo, how's it going? You are live.
Hey, Dr. Glidden, good show, man.
Hey, thanks. So is it Paget's disease of the bone or of the breast that you're inquiring about?
It is of the bone.
Okay.
It's of the bone. She's about 61 years old,
Yeah.
and she's pretty light, so she doesn't have any. She's not overweight or anything. And I think they have her. She's taking something called Narco, also morphine and Tylenol. I think those are the only 3 things they're on. And their diet isn't the greatest. I'm friends with her husband, and they don't have. They have like the TV dinners and that kind of a.
Yeah.
That kind of a
right.
diet.
Well, you'd be surprised how well you can eat. Seemingly. Well, my point is that when you eliminate the 10 bad foods, I don't care what you eat. So if you can get a TV dinner that's gluten-free, go for it. And as long as it doesn't have any of the 10 bad foods in it, I'm good with that. Because all that you need food for when you're taking our stuff is calories to burn for energy, protein for your regulation and repair of your body, and fat for your central nervous system. So interestingly enough, as long as you're eliminating the 10 bad foods, if they're not in the TV dinners, I'm good with that, and that's interesting. So how do you know these people, by the way, Leo?
Well, I ended up meeting Mike several years ago. He was my counselor at the time. I was going through a custody dispute, and I ended up when things got really hairy, he said, keep your money and do this, and that. And I needed somebody to lead, grab me by the bridle and lead me on the way, because I was a mess. And we ended up becoming really good friends. And he's become a kind of a friend and a mentor. And so, his wife is having these problems. So I thought I'd get, and she's pretty devout to although they're having a lot of medical problems, but she still is devoted to her two doctors, and she doesn't really talk that much about nutrition when she talks about what they're recommending that she do. So
well, they have no idea what to do when it comes to Paget's disease, because now for the listening audience, Paget's disease is a disease of the bone that causes enlarged and misshapen bones. Enlarged and misshapen bones. Medical science is clueless as to what causes it. They're looking for the genetic cause, of course, but there's only between 15 and 50% of the people who have Paget's disease have a mutation in a particular gene sequence, and we all know what mutations in gene sequences are caused by. It's not the gene, it's a faulty nutrition, right? You get a mutated gene not because you have a gene, but you get a mutated gene because you have poor nutrition. Genes need nutrients. I mean, did you know what your DNA is made from? You know what your DNA is made from? Sugar. Sugar. Bet you didn't know that. Your chromosomes are made from sugar. Plus some other things, but deoxyribonucleic acid, right? DNA. The ribo is ribose. It's sugar. It's a sugar molecule. But I digress. Your genes need nutrients, your bones need nutrients, and what we do with people that have Paget's disease, well, what the heck is going on? The body doesn't know what to do with bones, right? The body needs help supporting and is promoting healthy bone function. Now, the good news is that in your bones, your body is your body is chewing up old bone all of the time and laying down new bone all of the time. It's doing this all of the time. The body is taking care of itself. It's like cleaning house all the time and bringing in new stuff. But as this process is afoot, if the body is nutritionally deficient, one could assume that the whole process would go haywire, right? Now, in some people, nutrient deficiencies ostensibly will show up as this weird Paget's disease where the body goes a little crazy one way and starts forming, the femur or the thigh in a kind of a grotesque manner, or the body's just lopsided and nobody knows why. Other people who have nutrient deficiencies of this ilk, they'll have arthritis. Some people, it's their left knee or the right knee, or some people get rheumatoid arthritis. It's this total, random crapshoot based really on your family history. There may be some inherited weaknesses here, which are separate and distinct from what we classically think of as Mendelian genetics. But nonetheless, we don't really need to overthink this. All we need to do is provide the body the nutrients necessary to have healthy bones. Stop eating food that's hurting that process, right? You get out of the way and get her done. Now, this can often be a painful thing for people, and hence the morphine and the narco that this woman's on. This can be a very painful thing. So what we want to look to see here in short shrift within the first 4 weeks is a noticeable, measurable reduction in the pain. And now we're not going to attempt to do that with narcotics. We're not going to attempt to do that with pain medication. We're going to attempt to do that by giving the body the stuff it needs to fix itself, and then the idea is that you won't be in pain anymore, like our our multiple sclerosis patient, Yvette, right? No more pain. She's still in the wheelchair, but no more pain. I mean, that's a good step forward. So that's what we do here. The recommendation really, Leo, it's not rocket science, right? So I would go here with the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack and selenium, appropriate for body weight, extra glucogel to bring the total number of capsules up to 1 capsule per 10 pounds of body weight per day, 1 capsule of glucogel per 10 pounds of body weight per day, and I would do 1 extra bottle of the white liquid calcium. And also, it wouldn't hurt in this case to do 1 bottle of plant minerals per 100 pounds of body weight per month. So the recommendation, 1 healthy bone and joint pack per 100 pounds of body weight per month, 1 bottle of selenium per 50 pounds of body weight per month. One extra bottle of Beyond Osteo FX a month, and 1 bottle of plant minerals per 100 pounds of body weight per month, and bring the total number of glucogel capsules on a daily basis up to 1 cap per 10 pounds of body weight per day, more or less. Plus, eliminate the 10 bad foods. This woman doesn't even need, and there's an 11th bad food for her, which would be any soda pop or any beverage that has phosphoric acid in it. Phosphoric acid will just really mess up the metabolism of the bones. It robs calcium and it screws up the whole mineral thing, phosphoric acid. If you're dealing with any type of a bone issue, phosphoric acid is to be avoided like the plague. So that would be the 11th food for her to avoid anything, any soda pop, because, you know, most of them have phosphoric acid. Now, she needs to use the cream, the CM cream, topically over the part of her body, the bones and joints that are in pain, and look to see if the CM cream knocks down the pain experience. It's either gonna or it's not. This is a hit or a miss, and most of the time with bone and joint stuff, it's a hit. And so not just a hit, it's a freaking home run. So the CM cream may go a long way towards helping her to be able to reduce significantly the amount of narcotics that she's taking to manage the pain. And, you know, if she's a little skeptical, well, she's not skeptical, because if she was skeptical, she never would have taken the MD therapeutic. She would have questioned everything that they did and then made an assessment, and then it's easy to see that they're nuts. But people don't do that because they're in love with their doctor. God only knows why. So if she hems and haws about any of this, just give her 1 bottle of the CM cream and have her apply it topically over the part of her skeleton that's painful and see if that works. And it's almost guaranteed that it's going to work. And then you'll have your foot in the door, and you'll be able to perhaps hopefully get her on board with the full boat program. And good for you, Leo, for paying it forward here, right? Because you want to do a little payback because this guy helped you in the past. Now you're helping him. I mean, that's the type of people that I like to hang out with, people just like you, people like everybody else in Longevity Nation, because this is the type of people that we are. We're other-centered people. We want to help other people. I mean, that's a wonderful thing, man. So I really applaud you for taking the effort here on somebody else's behalf. Does that program make sense?
It does. It does. And, you know, I've listened to the show. I've listened to your show. This is probably the 3rd time that I've listened to your show. And I do remember the 10. I don't recall them right now, but are the 10 bad foods, is that something that you can go over quickly on air, or is that available on your website? I'll tell you right now. You bet. I mean, and you can get the list for free on my website if you sign up for my free newsletter, right? That's easy, too. But I'll tell you what they are right now. Here we go. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Even if it says, so we're advocating here the gluten-free thing. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Even if it says gluten-free oats, I don't want you to have oats. And to figure out why, just go to YouTube and type in Against the Grain. And the video will pop up that I produced that explains why wheat, barley, rye, and oats are bad for you. So those grains got to go, baby. Wheat, barley, rye, and oats. Anything gluten-free is a go. She can have gluten-free bread or gluten-free cookies or crackers or whatever. Gluten-free is good, but wheat, barley, rye, and oats, it's a big bad voodoo daddy. Next, so that's 4. The next thing is oil in a bottle. Any oil in a bottle. That includes olive oil, canola oil, vegetable oil, coconut oil, salad dressing, right? Big bad no-no. Number 6 is fried food. 0 tolerance for fried food. If you want to cook something in a skillet, you can use butter or lard, but no oil, no superheated oil. No fried food, period. I don't even want you to be downwind of dried food. The next thing is well-done red meat. You can eat as much red meat as you want, just have it rare or medium rare. No well-done red meat. Number 8, no meat that has nitrates added as preservatives. No meat with nitrates added as preservatives. The most common meats that nitrates are in are bacon, salami, deli ham, deli turkey, pepperoni, things like that. You can get nitrate-free bacon, nitrate-free sausage, etc., and eat as much of it as you want. As long as it's nitrate-free, you're good to go. Number 9, the skins of baked potatoes, yams, or sweet potatoes. If you bake a potato, yam, or sweet potato, you know the skin gets crunchy.
It has a nasty chemical in it called a heterocyclic amine. It's the same thing that's in well-done red meat, and it'll kill you. So don't eat it. If you're going to bake a potato and the skin's crunchy, you can eat the potato but not the skin. If you boil a potato, yam or sweet potato, you can eat the whole thing, including the skin. So if you boil it, you're good. If you bake it, just eat the potato, not the skin. And number 10 is a carbonated beverage with a meal. No carbonated beverages with a meal because the bubbles neutralize stomach acid, and that's never a good idea. When you're eating, you want your stomach acid to be as strong as possible. If you want to drink, something with bubbles in it, put a little rum in it and have it between meals. So that's it, man. That's the explanation. And by the way, if you ever forget that, just go to the website, sign up for the free newsletter, and it's right there at your fingertips. Go get them, Leo. We're up against a hard break, man. I'd love to talk to you more. Appreciate you. Appreciate what you do. Now go out there and continue to change the world because you're doing it, man, one person at a time, and that's the best way. Ladies and gentlemen, as promised, I'm going to finish up today's segment in the next 5 minutes talking about the longevity product, the plant-derived minerals, why it's so great, and why you honestly should not live without it. I'm Dr. Peter Glidden, back after these messages. Hey, everybody. Welcome back. If you're watching the video feed, we had an audio problem for a couple minutes into that last segment. I apologize for that. We've got it straightened out. We're still figuring out the intricacies of the technology here, and it's not a perfect thing, but, we do the best we can. All right, so I want to take the last 5 minutes here and talk about this stuff, the longevity plant-derived minerals. Now, the longevity plant-derived minerals comes in 3 forms. There's the plant-derived minerals, which I do not have a bottle of. There's the plant-derived minerals with cherry juice and a little apple juice added, and that's what this is, a Cherry Mints. It has the red top. And there's the plant-derived minerals in encapsulated form. It's plant-derived minerals in capsules. I don't know if you can read that. I hope it'll focus on it. Plant-derived minerals in capsules. It just says it's the ultimate mineral caps. There it is, ultimate mineral caps, okay? Ultimate mineral caps. You see there's 64 capsules, right? That's a strange number of capsules in one bottle. Usually it's 30, 60, 90, right? Well, 64 capsules, what's up with that? Well, 32 ounces times 2 is 64. So in order to get the capsules, what they do is they take 2 bottles of the liquid and they freeze dry it. 2 bottles of this. They suck all the water out. They take the powder that's left and put it into capsules, and so it's 1 capsule per ounce. So when we're dosing the capsules, the dose is 1 capsule per 100 pounds of body weight per day, and when we're dosing the liquid, it's 1 ounce per 100 pounds of body weight per day. 1 ounce per 100 pounds of body weight per day of the plant-derived minerals. Now, why are these things so important? Well, because, number one, for those purists of you out there, by the way, here's a list of the minerals that are present in it. By the way, it's 77 plant-derived organic minerals. Now, this is a certified organic nutritional supplement. I'm going to try to hope this will focus on it. I don't think it's going to. This is a certified mineral organic supplement. We get this from a mine in Utah that Longevity has the exclusive mining rights to. And it's 77 plant-derived organic, certified organic for over 20 years now, 30 years, I think, certified organic for over 30 years, plant-derived mineral deposit from good old Mother Nature. Now, there's 60 essential nutrients, and who knows, right, with all things being equal, in tomorrow's medical research, once the pharmaceutical companies get out of the way, there might be 65 minerals that are considered essential, and then next year there might be 70 minerals that are considered essential, and this is part of Dr. Wallach's wisdom. In the mineral deposit that Longevity mines its minerals from, there are 77 plant-derived certified organic minerals. Now, these are in a colloidal form. These minerals are in a colloidal form, and that's an important point to ponder. Colloidal forms of minerals have a different electronic charge, a different electrical charge, and a different size than minerals that are found in the ground. For instance, chalk is calcium, right? Chalk is calcium carbonate. It's a particular molecular form of calcium. If you dug up a bunch of calcium from the ground and purified it and pulverized it and then swallowed it, it's a large molecular size with the same electronic charge as the cell wall. And as you know, in electronics and in magnetism, like doesn't like repels like. So what happens is, if you were just to grind up chalk, purify it, and swallow it, it would be very difficult for your body to assimilate. But when you put a plant on the chalk, and the plant sucks the calcium out of the chalk and metabolizes the calcium, the plant metabolism changes the molecular size and the electronic signature of the calcium, turning it into a colloid. Colloidal minerals are extremely easy for the body to absorb. They are, in fact, a preferred form of mineral absorption, which is one of the reasons why we need to eat plants. But remember, minerals are only found in the soil, and there's no place in the topsoil that all the minerals are found. Longevity's mineral supplements come from prehistoric plants. Prehistoric plants that sucked all the prehistoric minerals, 77 plant-derived colloidal organic minerals out of the ground, metabolized them, and then, the asteroid hit and everything died. And they've been sitting in the ground for millions of years waiting for us to find them. It's a colloidal mineral, which is the body's preferred form of absorption. 77 plant-derived minerals, giving your body 66% of its nutrient needs. It doesn't get any better than that. I'll take up more of this when we come back tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Glidden, over and out. Thanks for tuning in.